Hey there guys, I'm gonna go ahead and get this thing started here in just a minute. This is my first ever live stream, so if you'll bear with me, hopefully everything works properly, and hopefully I won't be too awful at this. Hey there guys, I'm gonna go ahead and get this thing started here in just a minute. This is my first ever live stream, so if you'll bear with me, hopefully everything works properly, and hopefully I won't be too awful at this. Hey there guys, I'm gonna go ahead and get this thing started here in just a minute. This is my first ever live stream, so if you'll bear with me, hopefully everything works properly, and hopefully I won't be too awful at this. Hey there guys, I'm gonna go ahead and get this thing started here in just a minute. This is my first ever live stream, so if you'll bear with me, hopefully everything works properly, and hopefully I won't be too awful at this. Well, it seems like things are already not working properly, so I'm a little bit confused. Hey there guys, I'm gonna go ahead and get this thing started here in just a minute. But it doesn't seem to be working. This is my first ever live stream, it's so just repeating my words to me. Hopefully everything works properly. It seems like things are already not working properly, so I'm a little bit confused. Hey there guys, I'm gonna go ahead and get this thing started here in just a minute. But it doesn't seem to be working. This is my first ever live stream, it's just repeating my words to me. Hopefully everything works properly. It seems like things are already... Okay, there we go. I got it fixed. Alright, here we go. I guess we're going to get started. I'm going to go ahead and start a new campaign here and see if we can release the... We're actually going to be going for a archer-based character because I'm really awful at melee combat in this game. So we're going to go with an archer character and more of a like horseback archer kind of thing. I'm definitely sticking with the Valandians. I really like the extra XP bonus to the troops that gives you. So that's going to be real helpful going forward. We'll be able to upgrade our troops really quickly. We're going to do that. So I'm just going to do a little randomizing here and see if we can find somebody that looks interesting. Oh, there we go. I like the old man kind of look. Yeah, let's roll with that.
Form a line!
Get a slightly deeper voice.
Halt!
There we go. Alrighty, I don't want to be quite that short either because it does affect your movement speed in game. So let's bring the height up just a hair. And now let's get moving forward here. Let's see here. What do we have here? We got 10. We got focus point to riding and polearm. And we don't want riding, we don't want polearm necessarily. We want one-handed and or archer kind of stuff here. So let's see. Don't really want crossbow either, because crossbows are so expensive in this game. You have to play half the game to get it. But let's see, it's all crossbow. I don't remember that being the case before. There we go. At least it gives me a point to control. And we'll roll with that. let's go urban merchants. I like the point to intelligence, and a focus point to trade and charm definitely can't hurt. So we got leadership skills, 10 skill level, 1 focus point to leadership and tactics, 1 attribute point to cunning. We've got 10 skill level to and 1 focus point to two-handed and throwing, and a attribute point to vigor. We got 10 skill level and a focus point to athletics and one-handed and 1 attribute point to control. That sounds probably the way we're going to go there. Yeah, we're going to go attention to detail, skill level, and a focus point to athletics and one-handed. So let's do that. Now, our adolescents. Let's see here. At the town watches training grounds, crossbow and tactics, 1 point to roguery and one-handed. I'd really like to get a point to archery here, not crossbow. That's what I really need. Riding and steward is good too, though. Horses are really important in this game. So let's go with that. Alright, in our youth, we stood guard with the garrison, focus point to crossbow and engineering, an attribute point to intelligence. There we go. Focus point to riding and bow, and an attribute point to endurance. That sounds like probably the way we're going to go here. I don't really need throwing, but I do like the extra point to bow. So, and the extra point to control. So we're going to go with that for this one, actually. And our young childhood. I either defeated an enemy in battle, which gives me one-handed and two-handed and vigor. I led a caravan, tactics and leadership, and an attribute point to cunning. I invested some money in a workshop, 10 skill level, and 1 focus point to trade and smithing. That's not really that useful. 10 skill level and 1 focus point to bow and crossbow, and another attribute point to control. I think we're actually good on attribute points and control, so we're going to hold off on that for now. Athletics and roguery, and an attribute point to endurance. Treated people well. Well, they're not going to be treating people very well in this game, so that doesn't seem likely to be the way to go here. I am thinking bow and crossbow and an attribute point of control. Even though we already have a good bit in control, that's just going to help us even more along the way. And my cat Yoko's come to say hi. Alright, let's move on here. Now, finally, this is where our actual story background kicks in. The basic storyline of the game, even though it's not fully implemented yet. This is an early access game. The basic storyline is that your family was attacked by raiders at an inn, and they took 2 of your younger siblings and killed your parents. This is how you actually got away from them. So let's see here. I don't really need another attribute point of control, so let's hold off on that. Riding and scouting. That sounds perfect. We rode off on a fast horse, 10 skill level, 1 focus point to riding and scouting, 1 attribute point to endurance. Let's go with that. Alright, let's generate a Ungar. I like that, Ungar. Let's generate a random name, and Ungar sounds pretty good. So let's create our Ungar. Yep, unfortunately we don't have magic missile in this game, so we're going to have to stick with the standard kind of missiles, Kevin. Alright, I'm not going to make this too terribly hard here, but I definitely don't want to go very easy. Let's go realistic and try that. It may be kind of difficult, but we're going to lose a lot in this game anyway. So let's hope for the best. Map movement speed, realistic. We're not going to enable death because that would almost certainly end our game very quickly. So we are going to play just like that, I guess. Brother, it's been 3 days now. We've been tracking these bastards. I think we're getting close. We need to think about what happens when we catch them. How are we going to rescue Varric and Alda? Are we up for a fight? This looks like an old training field for the legions. Perhaps we can spare some time to brush off our skills. The practice could come in useful as we catch up with the bandits. And I am going to do a couple of items in the course just to kind of show you guys what it's like. I'm not going to do all of it, but I'm going to go through and do a quick fight here and just make sure I'm up to par here. Alright, we're going to take shield and sword. That's the only way I can really fight melee. The blocking in this game is extremely difficult if you use a two-handed weapon. So I'm going to go with that. Yep, brought to the left. Block to the right. Block to the up. And block to the down. Alright. Now we're going to hit from the top. Oh, wrong way. Hit from the left. Hit from the right. Hit from the top. And hit from the bottom. As you can see, combat is really complicated in this game, and it can be fairly difficult, which is why I mostly stick with archery. Alrighty, let's fight this guy and see what happens. I'm gonna cheese this guy. Oh, got me. Got him.
Come on!
I am not doing too well here. I am getting my ass kicked as a matter of fact. Oh. Oh, I got him. Okay. I am so screwed with this guy. I have played this before and I beat this before, but I am not doing too well at the moment. I'm just gonna shoot this dude and swing and straight in. Got him. There we go. Alright. Let's go do some archery. I'm going to stick with the bow because basically not going to have a crossbow anytime soon in this game. Let's go ahead and do the bow training. Oh, missed. Alright, we're messing them up now. It's like a mini golf course out here. Alright, we're actually going to skip the horse training for now. We're just going to move on and get right into the game. I don't want to spend a lot of time here. Oh, wrong button. Let's go. There we go. Alrighty, so we're on the campaign map. We need to go buy some food and other provisions, and so let's go do that. We're still playing the tutorial, but I kind of know what we're doing here, so I'm just going to move on to Tevia. Alright, so now we need to go walk around and find the headman. The headman can probably help us. Let's talk to him. Alrighty. Where is the headman? There he is. Not really sure why they started me with thrown weapons since I took bow skills, but we'll have to make do for that for now. I am Aranis, headman of the village. What brings you here? We need help. Some raiders have taken our younger brother and sister captive. We think they may have passed this way. They got your people too? Sorry to hear that. Those bastards have done a bit of killing and looting around these parts as well. We think they've gone north. I reckon there are a few folk around here who will join if you're going after them for your gear. Okay, yeah, pay for their gear. So I gained a level. I can recruit troops now. I can buy grain. Alright, cool. So now we are going to go ahead and exit this area. We are going to recruit these troops, even though we don't get to keep them after the initial fight, because they're actually pretty good troops and they keep you alive through this first area here. And we're going to go ahead and buy our grain. Done. We have finished our preparations. Let's talk to the headman again. He said he may have a task for us. We could use his friendship. Yes, we could. So we're going to go talk to the headman again. Glad you found what you needed. Let me, I need to slightly change my setup here just a little bit. I can't read what I'm seeing because my camera is in the way. Hold on just a second. There we go, that's better. Oh. Move my microphone. There we go, that's better. Glad you found what you needed. Now about that matter I mentioned earlier. There's this wandering doctor who comes through here from time to time, name of thedoktorj. Treats people for free. We're fond of that. I'd be fond of him too. Free medical care? That's pretty good. Well, we last saw him a few days ago. He was carrying some sort of chest, which he was very mysterious about. He was on some sort of quest, he said, and wouldn't tell us more. That's interesting. He set off on the road just a few hours before the raiders come through here. Well, he's not really the worldly type, just the kind of fellow who'd stumble into a trap and let himself be captured. We're very worried about it. I would be too. Those raiders are pretty rough around these parts. If you can keep an eye out for him, this thedoktorj, we'd be very grateful. Maybe if he's alive and well, he'll tell you a little bit more about his quest. Alrighty. So, let's exit back out of the mission again. Alright, so the first thing we need to do is take out some of these raiders that are wandering around this area. So let's go ahead and leave the area and go after these raiders. Because we've got only cavalry in our party, it's actually really easy to catch these guys. Once we start the real game, it may take a little longer to catch these raiders. Alrighty, let's see what we got here. I am going to take out my thrown weapons. I am going to order these guys to charge, and we're going to move in and take out some raiders. Oh, I am awfully thrown. Oh, what is this? Oh, they got my horse. Alrighty. I have no shield. Not a great position to be in. Okay, we won. way. Seems like they're not doing that and just running off. Alright, good enough. We routed them. We will take them prisoner, even though we won't get to keep them after the fact. And we'll take the goods, even though, again, we won't be able to keep them after the tutorial's over. Alright. We only defeated one party, but okay, I'll take it. Guess that's a little glitch there. I'm going to go ahead and upgrade my character here. We've got some bow skill, so we can add our 10% accuracy to bows. We can add some hit points to our horse. We are going to take Icebreaker because that means when we introduce ourselves to Noble, there's a 10% chance we can increase our reputation. +1 round for each issue resolved, plus 20% more round from battles. I am going to do Show Your Scars. That's much better. A lot of the missions are kind of bugged in this game currently. It's still early access, and there's some of the missions that are either extremely difficult or just not possible to complete at this point. And I probably will be avoiding those missions and just doing a lot more battles. Alright, so let's do this again. I'm going to run ahead a little bit here and try to take a couple hits on these dudes. Oh, I missed. Oh, I missed again. Alright.
Kill them all!
Oh, I got one. There we go. Ah.
Run while you can!
Oh, I'm getting again. Keep letting them get. That should not be happening. This is very difficult. I know this is difficult. I'm not really sure if we're going to be able to make this work, honestly. I don't quite understand. I've played some on this difficulty level, but apparently not enough. There we go, gotta get in. Oh man, they blocked my hit by hitting me. I don't understand that at all. I should have hit that dude. Oh, there we go. Alright, they're down.
We win the bastard!
Whew. This is gonna be tough. We lost a dude and one injured. Not great. You rescue several prisoners that the raiders have been dragging along. They look parched and exhausted. You give them a bit of water and bread, and after a short while, one staggers to his feet and comes over to you. I don't know who you are, but I'm in your debt. These brigands would have marched us to our deaths. It's thedoktorj, the doctor we were looking for. You want to give us some free medical care while you're at it? My name's thedoktorj. I'm a doctor by trade. I was on, well, a bit of a quest. But now I'm thinking I'm not really made for this kind of thing. Yeah, I would agree on that. I'm not so sure I am either. I was with the caravan and they just came out of the brush. We were surrounded and outnumbered, so we gave up. I figured they'd keep us alive if just for the ransom. But then they started flogging us along at top speed without any water, and I was about ready to drop. I could feel the signs of heat stroke creeping up, and I told them, but they just flogged me more. If your group hadn't come along, maybe I have a way to thank you properly. We're looking for 2 children captured by the raiders. Can you tell us anything? I'm afraid I haven't seen any children, but after our caravan was attacked, the chief of the raiders, the one they call Radagos, took and rode off with more valuable belongings, including a chest that I had. He seemed to be controlling more than one band raiding around this area. If this lot has your kin, then I think he'd be the one to know. And since I have nothing of value left to repay your help, I'll tell you this. If you do catch up with him and defeat that ruffian, you may be able to recover my chest. It contains a valuable ornament which I was told could be of great value if you knew where to sell it. I was trying to find out more about it, but as I say, I've had all of my urge to traveling flogged out of me. Flogged out of me. Right now, I don't think I'd venture more than 20 paces from a well as long as I live. We'll keep that in mind. It doesn't look like much, and I suspect this lot would give it away for a few coins, but I got it from a mercenary, whom I traded once, and swore it was related to Neretz's folly. I don't know what that means, except that Neretzes was, of course, the emperor who died in battle some years back. Maybe you can find out its true value. Yep, we intend to. Alright, so now we've got to go defeat Radagos's gang. Am I able to recruit more troops before this fight? I sure hope so, because we are gonna need them. Oh, Headman's giving us some more troops. Even better. Alright, that should be enough. Let's buy a little more grain. Make sure we're not gonna starve here. And let's go up here to Radagos's hideout. Got some caravans. Ooh, Krotor of the Hands Party. He's another faction similar to ours. Alright, we are ready to fight this hideout. I'm going to real quickly save. I'm not planning on going back to my save, but I'm going to save just in case of crashes or anything like that. Attack. Alright, these hideout missions can be extremely difficult, although in this case we really thoroughly outnumber them. So we are just going to charge ahead.
Die, dog!
Alright, my dudes are pretty much doing the work for me. I'm going to hold them back for a minute. Down there. Usually when you come into these things, you have like a ton of really good archers fighting against you. It makes it extremely difficult to win the mission. Alright, let's charge them ahead again. Alright, I'm mostly going to let my dudes do the work because I do not have the kind of weapons I need to fight this battle. So we're going to let them do most of the fighting. Oh, that was close. Almost got him. Alright, here comes the bandit leader. We drew him out. We're going to have the option here to either duel him or not. And I have no intention of doing that because I would definitely get killed. I don't duel slavers. Been attacked! Take him out. There we go. I got one anyway.
I'll eat your liver! Victory! For the craven!
Yep, I am most definitely a noob.
Victory is all!
Dude, I've been playing this for 60-something hours. I haven't learned the combat very good. I'm still not very good at the combat. I'm way better at leading my troops. Well, I recognize defeat when I see it. If I'm going to be your captive, let me introduce myself. I'm Radagos. I don't really care who you are. You haven't cut my throat yet, which was a wise move. I'm sure I can find a way to be worth more to you alive than dead. You'd better help us get our brother and sister back, or you'll swing from a tree. Oh, you'll need my help, all right, if you want to get them back alive, that is. See, my boys have some pretty specific instructions about what to do if there's a rescue attempt. Good to know. Shall we get on the road? Remember, if I drop dead of exhaustion or drown in some river, that's it for your little dears. I don't expect a cozy palanquin now, but you'd best not make the trip too hard for me. We're going to make it as hard as we can. Alright, we'll take those prisoners. You come across a chest with an old piece of bronze in it. It's so battered and corroded that it could have been anything from a cup to a crown. This must be the chest Tactios mentioned to you that had something to do with Neretzi's folly. I was hoping to find more treasure here, but I think business wasn't going too well for Radagos and his gang. I found this strange-looking metal piece, though it doesn't look too valuable. But it could be the artifact Tactios was talking about. Maybe we could sell it to one of the noble clans for a hefty price. Alright then, let's get on the road. I have a better idea. We would have a better chance if we split up now. I'll take Radagos and go find the slave market and look for a way to free the children. However, we must be careful not to endanger their lives. And it could be better to just buy them. We need to have our purses full for that, though. I intend to have a full purse by the end of this session. I'll need to get these men back up. I'll need to take these men with us. Radagos is a slippery one. I don't want him getting away. So you want me to raise the money to ransom the little ones? Indeed. You'll have to find a way to do that. Maybe this bronze thing can help. Tactios said it could be worth a fortune to the right person, if you manage not to get killed. If he's telling the truth, you must be careful. Never reveal that you have it, but try to understand its value and how it can be sold. Alrighty. One more thing. When you are talking to nobles and other people of importance, make sure you present yourself as someone from a distant but distinguished family. Our family name. Let's see here. Doc. Undgar Doc. Alright, let's look at our options here. We got the Baratheons, it looks like, or something similar to that. Let's see. Oh, that's very American. An eel. Or something like that. Oh, there we go. We're archers. So, yeah, we're going to go with that. That looks pretty good. Let's go with a different color. Let's go red. White. I like that. Let's go with that. Blood red. Get on the road now. Once I locate the little ones, I'll come find you. Tutorial is over. You are now free to explore Calradia. Alright, let's quickly look at our quests, because they just updated a bunch of stuff there. Rebuild your clan. I'm not going to read this whole thing. Y'all get the idea. Basically, we have to increase our money by 1,000 dinars, grow our party to 20 men, and reach clan rank 1, which we're actually pretty close to already. And hire one companion. That shouldn't be too difficult. Let me investigate Neretzi's folly. We need to talk to 10 nobles. That will take some time, but we can eventually get it done. That's not a noble, is it? No, that's not a noble. Alright, we're going back down here now that we're back by ourselves again. We lost all of our troops, so we need to do some recruiting right away. Recruit troops. Basic Imperial recruits, but they can be upgraded into really good soldiers, so we'll take them. We are going to check on our food situation. Yeah, let's buy some more food. Oh, I can't even carry that much. Okay. Let's buy 5 of those and some cheese. Oh, we don't want all the cheese. There we go. Actually, let's buy 3 of each. The more different types of food you have, the better your party morale will be. So I'm trying to buy a little extra here. Alrighty, let's go on all these little towns around here and let's recruit as many people as we can. There comes Yoko again saying hi. She's been a little sick. She had a little problem this morning with getting sick. I hope she's alright. Alright, we're going to go to Zestia and see what kind of troops they have for us. Speed this up. There's some bandits we could take out, although we don't have enough people just yet for the mountain bandits. Mountain bandits are really tough. Ooh, we got a... Alright, deliver the herd to Zionica. I don't think we have enough people to really be capable of doing that just yet. So let's continue our recruiting frenzy here. Oh, only one there. That's not very good. Now, let's go down to Poros, where we can actually buy some weapons. I really need a bow and a shield, if at all possible. Oh, we got 5 looters down here, too. We can go after them first. I believe we have enough people to take on some raiders. Hopefully. If not, I guess we're about to die. Oh, looks like we might have a little help. Surrender or die, brigand. You'll never take us alive. Alrighty, we don't intend to. Oh, okay. Well, we've got a party of 94 assisting us here. So I guess we will win this one, no problem.
Infantry charge!
Charge! Since we have so many allies here. Party got 4 kills, that's not bad. Torn padded garments, that's not very good. Okay, not really sure why that just paused on me. Oh, I guess they disappeared, that's why. Let's just go to Poros for a minute here and see if we can find a cheap bow. And a couple more troops. Trade, let's see here. Yeah, trade. I've got a Sumpter horse. It's not very good, but we don't really have a lot of money. Oh, that's actually a cheap horse there. I'm going to buy this better horse. Now let's look at archery first. Nothing. No bows. No, there's bows. I just missed them. 300 for a step bow. Yep, we're going to take that. And we're going to take a cheap shield. I don't want to spend a lot of money on a shield right now. And we're going to buy a... No, we're not. We're going to hold off on that for right now. Let's get our bow going here. And I need some arrows. I cannot afford arrows. Well, I got to. I need arrows, so let's buy arrows. I can sell these javelins and make a little money. Sell this. There we go. That's not too bad. Thanks, Butternuts. I assume that that is Jaren or Rodney, but I'm not really sure. Alright, anything going on in the arena? No fights going on at the moment. Alright, leave. Let's go take out these looters here. Oh no, that's not good if those mountain bandits get involved. Yeah, and they did. I'm not sure. Oh, okay, and somebody else got involved too. I'm not used to that happening as this often. Alright. Well, let's do it.
Charge!
Guys in charge order. Oh, they got a horse. Oh man. Oh, right. There we go. I like how these other guys are just standing back and letting us do all the work. We got like 40 dudes. We got 8.
Look at them!
All strong, not too bad. Ooh, some prisoners, that's handy. Oh, we got some upgrades here too. Alright. Let's move them all to Imperial Infantrymen. Oh, I guess I shouldn't have bought that shield. Now suddenly there's one. Oh, I bought the wrong thing. Those are bolts, not arrows. You'd think I'd be better at this after 60 hours of play. Alright, let's sell off everything we don't need here. Anything better than what I've got? No. And let's see, is there any trade goods that can make us some money? No, not really. Any more troops here? Yep, we got a couple more troops. That's good. Alright, let's head over to Tevia again to get some more troops. Hopefully there have been a couple spawned there in the meantime. I don't really know which faction we're gonna try to join up with this time. There's a number of different options. There's the 3 different empires. There's Valendia. There's I forget the names of the other ones at the moment, but basically we got to decide who we're going to join up with eventually, but not anytime soon. So I think we're good for the moment. Go ahead and recruit a few more raw recruits here. Let's go up to Sagara, I guess. Troops, get a couple more there. Now as we do missions for certain people, they are going to start offering us better troop options. So I believe we're actually going to try to do this mission here. Now that we've got a few troops under our control, we can actually fend ourselves off against bandits. My name is Ungar, sir. May I ask your name? I am Joran. I own land around here. I speak for many of the people in this village. Good to know. I'll mark your name, sir. I heard you need some help with the problem. Some of the families in this village need to raise a bit of money. They've put together a herd of 12 sheep in Phycaon, but with all the banditry on the roads, they can't drive it there on their own. We're not merchants or landowners. We can't afford any losses. So tell me how I can help. If you're going in the direction of Phycaon, you can perhaps take our herd there to Simnon the Dyer. Some villagers will come along and help you to drive the animals. Sure, any other way? You can assign a companion with 2 men. They will be enough too. Well, I don't have a companion yet, so let's not do that. Don't worry, I will deliver your 12 sheep personally to Simnon the Dyer in Phycaon. Done deal. Very good. I'll ask the herders to be ready to accompany your party right away. Please be careful while guarding the herd. We can take some losses, but I expect at least half the herd to be delivered. No problem there. Now, let's see where Phycaon is. Way up here. Alright. So we got a little ways to go. Let's buy a little bit of food. Actually, we're just good on food. There's no need to buy any food at the moment. Go. Easy, hun. We've got a very needing cat here, and I mean that in that she likes to knead, and it hurts sometimes. Alright, these guys are going to lead us on a wild goose chase, it looks like. Oh, we almost got them. Almost. There we go, they're running into a dead end. Surrender or die, brigand. You'll never take us alive. Alright. We should have no problem with this battle. I'm going to chill here and take a couple pot shots at these guys as they approach. Oh wait, maybe I'm not. I forgot that I don't actually have arrows. We will buy some when we get to Phycaon. Alrighty.
Footmen! Attack!
Oh, he went down good. We can capture because we can make a little money off of ransoming them back. And we got some experience here. Once we get a few more good troops, we'll start recruiting some archers. But for right now, we are going to not do that. Alright. Now, let's go down here to Chinopsis Castle, since it's right on our way, and maybe we can find a noble to talk to. Yep, she's making muffins, Kevin, I agree. Approach the guards and hail the gate. Or approach the gate and hail the guards. Request entry to the castle. After a brief moment, they open the gates. Lord's Hall. Nobody in the Lord's Hall. Alright. So that was a waste of time. Yeah, let's head towards Phycaon by way of Chinopsis. Alright, a few more troops there. Let's see. Nope, no arrows. Hopefully they'll have some if I can. Caravans running around. Once we get some money in this game, we're going to start some caravans too. But for now, we got to get like 15 grand before we can do that. So, all right, recruit troops. I'll take them. Almost at my limit now. That's good. That's where we want to be. Let's see. I don't need a blacksmith hammer. Don't need a torn robe. The sheep. Let's sell these tournament arrows. And let's see here. Arrows. Whew, that's costing a lot of money, but we gotta have them, so let's buy them. Plus, we're probably about to make some money off of this Simnon the Dyer mission here. Go say hi and sell these sheep. My name is Ungar, sir. May I ask your name? I am Simnon. I'm a craftsman, a working man. A lot of the other honest men here in Phykeon, the ones that work with their hands, they like me to speak for them. I'm sure they do. I'm sure they really like for you to speak for them. Yes, sir. Our mutual friend, Joran of Segura, sent word to us. He told us to expect you with 12 head of sheep. I brought the 12 head of sheep. And we got 400. That's not bad. Thank you for your help. We will send your reward as soon as possible. Very good. As things move forward, we're going to need to buy some horses for sure. You know, we definitely can't afford these high-end horses here. But as time goes on, we'll get some. Everything looks good there. I'm not buying anything right now. We need to save our money for troops. Oh, let me just make sure we got enough food. Yep, we got enough food. Alright, let's go after these looters here. Actually, let's take a look at our party screen here. Oh, we can recruit some looters. Unfortunately, when you recruit looters, you cannot upgrade them currently in the game. There is a perk that is supposed to give you that option, but it doesn't currently work. So we are not going to recruit the prisoners. We're going to go to the Tavern District and ransom them. I also want to go to the Tavern District and see if there are any recruitable companions. Leia the Wanderer. Oh, there's a mercenary we can recruit. I bet we don't have the money for this right now. We're going to try it. I'll tell you my story. Pass the wine and listen close. My family had debts, so I joined the army. I guess I always liked men's work more than women's work. The legions took Hillim as scouts, but I was never the hidey, sneaky type. So I did what I had to do to be in the spear line. Dressed as a man, of course. Weren't difficult to do, not hard to fool men. Bound my breasts and watched where I pissed, and it was easy. Good to know. Well, you know what happened? Great Lord Neretzi has led the legions to their deaths. I was there. Our syntagma didn't see the battle, but that was part of the route. That was the end of the army life for me. Don't care for glory hounding lords these days leading me to death, but I still like to fight. Well, there's always work for the brave and the resourceful. Yeah, the merchants give me jobs, but I'm not sure I care for guarding caravans. A lot of sitting around listening to boring talk about prices. Right now I'm between jobs, so if you got any work, I'm willing to discuss it. I can use someone like you in my company. Well, I definitely don't have a grand to spend on it, though. I can't afford that just now, so I must leave. Alright, good to know. We're done here. We're going to head down to the looters. Well, there's a group of 5 actually. Let's go after them instead. Well, let's stop off at this town along the way. Recruit. Recruit. There we go. Boom. Nothing decent to buy. And let's sell at Poros for 31. Oh, let's make a quick trade run. We can sell these clay at Poros for 31 gold, and it's only 13 gold to buy them. So we are going to buy some trade here. Buy as much as we can. Oop, not negative. Let's see. There we go. Done. Well, we got an upgraded quest here. Oh, my party size has gotten big enough. That's good. So all I need now is to not have 11 dinars and to have 2,000. That shouldn't take long. Trade. Didn't seem like we made a lot of money off of that trade, but we made a little bit, so I guess that's all that matters. Matter of fact, I'm not sure we actually made anything there. I should have paid closer attention, I guess. Alright, let's head down this way. There we go, there's some looters. Chase them right into that dead end. There we go. Not quite. Almost got them. Alright, let's catch these dudes. Come on now. There we go. Oh, we got 2 parties of them. That's good. Surrender or die, brigand. Attack. Oh, it's a nighttime battle. Awesome.
Soldiers, move! Move!
Now we can finally do some archery here. Headshot. 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 The stones don't do much damage, so I don't really need to worry too much about taking damage from them. I'm just gonna caught these guys and take them out and upgrade my dude. He'll be pretty good with that one. Really appreciate you guys watching my stream. I haven't, I'm not done yet. I'm just saying that I appreciate it.
No quarter for the
I don't know how many people are in here currently, but still learning to use all the interfaces now. I very much appreciate those who have stayed this long. Ooh, we got an upgraded Imperial Trained Infantry. And we're going to take one more of these Imperial Infantry, and then we will probably get a few archers. Because archers are really OP in this game. Ooh, some arm wraps. We need those. And a Highland wrapped headcloth. We'll take that too. I'm guessing that's not better than what we've... Actually, it is. Slightly less leg armor, but we're going to take the Gambison. Ooh, he looks like a G.I. Joe under there. Alright, cool. I got a little bit of an upgrade on my armor. Now, let's head over this way to the Southern Empire and see what kind of troops we can recruit. Hopefully we can eventually find some dudes that aren't just raw recruits, and we can get some actual infantrymen. Oh, there's another hideout. Man, that looks difficult. We're going to hold off on that for now. When you go into these hideout missions, you can only take a few troops with you. You can't take your full complement. Actually, I think we can, because I believe I have a mod installed right now. I kind of forgot that I had the mod installed. I didn't really intend to play with mods, but now that it's we've already started and it's on here, I guess we're going to play with it. I really don't want to screw up this game already. Alright, recruit some more troops. We're almost at our limit, I think, right now. 26 of 30. Let's see, do we need any food? Use a little bit more cheese. Man, no, we're not going to spend the money on that right now. Yeah, no. We're going to hold off on that. That's too expensive. Alright. That's all we're going to do there. Ooh, we got some mountain bandits, 4 of them. Let's go after these dudes. Oh, they got away. Let's see if we can catch up to them. Sagolina. Let's see what kind of troops they have. Just raw recruits. Anything good? Any good? And sell it Phycaon for 178. That's not a lot. And I can only buy 1. That's not really worth our time. Alright, we're going to chase these guys up into the mountains. See if we can catch up to them. There we go. They ran into a corner. Surrender or die, brigand. They'll never take us alive. Yes, we might take a few of you alive. Man, they messed my horse up. It messed me up. Dang. Alright. Oh, lost our horse. We're about to die. Ooh, some hillmen and brigands. Those are actually worth more money than the looters. And let's take a few archers. That will help us at range. That'll be good to have around. Ooh, a falchion. Is that better than my current sword? Yes, it is. Well, yeah. I'm mostly doing swinging from the horseback, so that's actually better. Let's take all of that. And let's go up to Melion up here. Recruit troops. Oh, nice. Here we go. Some Imperial infantrymen. That's kind of expensive, though. I'm actually going to pass on them because they're a little too expensive. Oh, suddenly I've got 55 troop limit. I'm not quite sure what happened to accomplish that, but I went from 30 to 55. That's pretty handy. We definitely can't afford to have 55 troops at the moment, but we'll take the option at least. Myzia. Let's go up to Myzia and say hi. Maybe we can find a noble up there and some money. No troops. Go to the tavern district and sell off these dudes. Trade. Ooh, we got some horses, but we can't afford them really. Dang, that's cheap. In the beginning of the game, the prices haven't had time to equalize. So a lot of the time in the early game, you can buy stuff a lot cheaper. Whereas these horses will be like several hundred later on in the game. But you also don't really have the money to do that early in the game. Alright, nothing we need here. Let's sell off this sword. I'm actually going to hang on to the... No, you know what? No, I'm just going to get rid of them. I was thinking I might hang on to them for a companion, but we'll get more by the time we can afford a companion. So that's all good. Let's see. Oh, we got an arena match. I'm going to save here just in case we have a crash. Ariana. I'm not sure why I spelled it that way. I didn't intend to, but that works. Join the tournament. The tournament will be a melee group fight. Let's do it. Alright, so we got Imperial Heavy Horseman, Imperial Militia Archer, me, and another person similar to me. We get some Imperial Auxiliary armor. That's good armor. We need to win this if at all possible, but I probably will not. Alright, let's bet everything we've got on it. Actually, you know what? Actually, it's too late. Okay, I guess we gotta win this. Oh no! That's not good at all. Oh, I advanced to the next stage. Okay, good. Whew! That was close. I thought for sure I had lost the tournament right there. Alright, let's get these guys here. Now, this is a group fight, looks like. We've got an Imperial trained archer on our side. We are not going to do well in this fight. Oh no, I just got messed up. Yeah, we just lost all of our money. That was really dumb to bet all of our money in this fight. That may be game over though, actually. That's really bad. Alrighty, I'm not sure why I'm getting one-shotted by these dudes. I guess it's the more realistic combat level. Yeah, so we are broke, and we have no money, and we're screwed, basically. It's like I could hit them 5 or 6 times before they go down, but they one-shot me every time. That makes it really difficult. Alright, so yeah, we have 0 Dieners, 0 influence, 25% of our hit points. Yeah, we're not doing so great here. Let's see if we can sell anything. Oh boy. Alright. Really not sure what to do at this point. Let's just hope we can make some more money. We will probably lose some of our troops because we can't afford to pay them. I could raid a Botanian caravan. You know what? Let's go for broke. We're going to raid a Botanian caravan. Oh man, look at these dudes. They got chainmail on. There's no way we're going to win this fight. Yeah, we're going for broke here. Oh man, we're so screwed. Oh, we're definitely screwed here. Alright, let's do it. Alright, I need to move ahead. I'm going to
Infantry!
move my guys forward. Take some pot shots. Oh, they got... Oh my god, we are so dead right now. There is no possible way to win this fight. I'm missing every shot. Yeah, this did not turn out so well. Oh, how did I miss those? I'm missing everything. This is so bad. Yeah, I'm so screwed. Our guys have been routed. I've got no hit points. I can't hit anything. I'm dead. That's a brave dude staring down a horse firing arrows at him. They're actually doing pretty decent. The archers are the only ones left. How does that work? Yeah. Yep. I'm gonna blow and make them go away for good. Burn them with fire. These guys are going to run out of arrows before long. That dude's got one more left. There we go. He pulls out his sword and charges. Nope. Pulls out his... Oh, he picked up one. He's picking up the enemy's arrows. That's awesome. Picking up their arrows and shooting them back at them. I like that. Oh, one down. Oh, two down. They're just standing here. Alrighty, so we just lost. Thoroughly, completely.
We sold those bastards!
And we're at war with their faction now. You know what? Honestly, I hate to say it, but we are completely done for here. We're taken prisoner by this party, and yeah, I think we're gonna have to start over again next time, because this is not the way to start this game. Let's see where they take us, though. I'm curious. Oh, I escaped. Okay. But with no money and no troops and no way of obtaining either, I think we have reached the end of this play. Thanks for staying to the end, and I guess we're going to stop here for the night, because that was a complete destruction of my party. Alrighty. Yeah, let's exit. Well, let's see here. It's been an hour and 15 minutes. Yeah, we're going to stop there for the night. We're going to try this again another day, I believe, because I did not make that work at all. Well, guys, I appreciate y'all coming and watching, and we are going to stop here for the night, and I really appreciate you guys coming out. Y'all have a good one.